Welcome to Inside the Pinball Machine, where we're going to look inside a medieval madness. First, we're going to look at what's behind the back glass. The back glass is connected, so make sure you get slack on the collector cable. Here on the back of the back glass, you can see all of the lamps. We have the main processor here, including all of the chips which contain the sound modules and other things. Over here is the backup battery for the high score list and other memory functions. These capacitors are part of the high voltage system. And up here is the solenoid, which makes the crack noise when you get a free play or an extra ball or whatever. Here is the speaker system and the graphics display. If you need to remove that, lift it up and tip it forward. You can see the conduits that take all of the cabling down to the rest of the pinball machine. Make sure you lift up when you replace it. Take the slack of the cable, feed it back into the main part. And return the black glass to its slot. Now I'm going to remove the playfield glass. This lever that unlocks this piece of metal. Then I like to use paper towel just so that I won't get fingerprints on the inside of the glass. Now before we can lift the playfield, we have to get the balls removed. So we're going to go into the menu. Go to the tests menu. And go to empty balls. And then you have to close the door to put it back on. Now we're ready to lift the playfield. You should turn it off. Remember, there is high voltage, so be careful if you haven't unplugged it and discharged it. Lift up the playfield, pull forward until you hear it lock, and then you can lift it all the way up against the back glass. Hopefully more gently than that. So let's start with a few things inside the cabinet itself. First of all, we will look at the slam tilt, which is here. That's the thing that detects if you have hit the coin slot too generously. This is the coin system and the coin box. We have the power supply here. This is one of the flipper. Over here is another flipper connector, and this is the left and right tilt sensor. Notice it's just a plumb bob in a thing. Here is the drop tilt sensor. We have the speaker connected to the base. Oh, and this thing over here is supposed to be the arm that keeps the playfield from falling back down, but I've heard that if you use it, it will warp the playfield. This is the castle solenoid. Most of the solenoids, I've been told, are double coil solenoids. This allows them to be very fast. The second coil allows the object to be held up without burning a whole lot of power. The flipper solenoids are the same. Mostly it's a huge tangle of wire. You'll notice that many of the things are soldered directly in, including the switches, which makes replacing the switches very hard. Same with the solenoids. The easiest thing to repair are the light bulbs because they simply twist right out. Here's the ball launch mechanism. Here are the trolls on their solenoids. These are pretty beefy solenoids because they have to go up very fast. You notice that the switch is behind the troll head, or maybe you can't notice, which makes replacing the troll switch very difficult. So then to return the playfield down, simply lower it and slide it back in. And just hit the glass. Very carefully slide it up. Then open the yellow lever again to return the metal plate back to holding the glass on. I hope you've enjoyed this tour of medieval madness inside the pinball machine. Please feel free to ask me any questions you might have. I'll do my best to answer.